Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to announce that I have bought the other $5,000 worth of Aitx at 0033. I am in it, and that's it. I'm not adding any more. I'm in with all 10K. My biggest position, of course, being down here at 0033. Now the question becomes, when will we get the next run? And I'm confident we will get another run. For those of you who haven't been keeping up with the channel, we get about 2 runs every year. They tend to happen at the beginning of the year and towards the middle of the year. And that's been a pattern for the past couple of years now. And then the rest of the year kind of just dumps. So I'm buying the dump here. I think 003s, 002s in that area. I mean, I called it back here. Back then, I said, like, hey, buy down here at 0025, 003s. Ran to 0099, as you can see here. So there's going to be a lot of money to be made. Don't let anyone fool you. Right now, the haters are out in full force. I've been getting a lot of comments saying, hey, this stock is garbage. It's a scam. They weren't saying none of that when it ran to 0099. Those people were nowhere to be found. And now they're coming out of the woodwork. So that tells me we've probably, I'm not going to say we bottomed out, but it's time to buy. That's what that tells me. When they start coming out in full force like that, I'll never understand people who leave comments like that saying, hey, this stock is a scam, it's garbage, you're going to lose your money. And then, but you can't, how can you say that when it ran here, we made money. It ran here 300%, by the way. And then it had a secondary pop. Then here it ran to 0099, which a lot of us made money. That's what it's about at the end of the day, right? The market's about making money. I don't care what I think. I don't care what you think. The market doesn't care what we think. At the end of the day, what matters is buying your biggest position as close to the bottom as possible. When this thing runs, you take profit and you get out. If this thing runs from 003 to 00, if it runs to 00, even just 50%, I can take profit on all my positions, and I still end up in the green because I lump sum my biggest position just now. So that's why you wait to lump sum your biggest position at the bottom. Never ever. I feel sorry for the people who bought up here. I don't know who bought up here. I did not buy up here. Some people will lie to you and tell you, oh, I bought at 008. I did chase, but I chased with a stop loss and I got stopped out, and I ended up losing like 10, 20 bucks or something because of the commission. Commission on Schwab is like, it's ridiculous how much they charge for commission. Probably should move over to something else, but yeah, and Street Smart Edge just got removed, so that's why I'm using Webull charts. Anyways, as I'm getting adjusted to the new charts, I do want to say we will make money again. That we've been here already so many times. It looks bad, and as always, I do keep an eye on the Aitx Discord because they do have an Aitx website. Let me see if I can pull up. I do keep an eye on them because when they start saying like stupid things like, oh, the stock's, it's getting ready, it's primed. When they start feeling bad because the stock isn't going anywhere, that's when I know it's time to buy as well. So there's just a lot of indicators, which is weird to say, right? I'm basically saying the Aitx Discord is an indicator for me. They're kind of an indicator in the sense that they start feeling really down, they start feeling bad. They start saying very kind of, why isn't the stock moving, etc., etc. So when they start saying stuff like that, and then combine that with the haters, or with the comments section being filled with, oh yeah, this stock is garbage, you're going to lose your money, this stock, everything's lining up right now for a buy. And so I bought in. And it's on you. I know some of you are waiting for me to put it out there, like, hey, buy it right now. I'm going to alert the Discord right now, like, hey, I already bought in the other 5,000 here. So yeah, let me pull this up here, because we're just sitting there. We're gonna sit here and then we're gonna fall lower. So if you want to wait for 0025s, it doesn't really matter. Look, it doesn't matter if you buy 002s or 003s. Every time it runs like it moves. It can move. It can double or triple. We've seen that so many times. In fact, if we go through, look at this. Every time it's had a run, it can run from 006 to 184. That's a 300%. Here, 0057 to a high of 121. That's 100%. This one, almost 200. No, that's almost 300% there. Here, it moved from 1 penny to 1.7. So that's a nice 50%er. Like, we can move 50% minimum with a maximum of 500%, as we saw back here. So what I'm telling you is, at this point, because it's so cheap at 003s, even if it goes down lower, the moment this thing runs 50% or more, you're gonna make money. It's really hard to lose in the markets when you average down on a stock that has a bottom. Averaging down on something like Mullen, you can see very clearly this thing is, as far as I'm concerned, this thing is in a permanent bear market. It just keeps going down. Averaging down on something like this, you're just gonna lose, right? Because where's the bull market in this? It just keeps, yeah, it has its pops like any other stock, sure, but ultimately it still keeps going lower and lower and lower, right? So averaging down on something like this, not very smart. But AITX, despite it being a penny stock, it has found a bottom. It has 50% to 500% runs. I think anywhere anywhere below 0035s, it's time to accumulate. And let me just pull up the Aitx Discord as I was about to do that. So don't be impatient. Patience really does pay. As I've called the runs here in AITX so many times. And you don't have to be a genius, guys. You don't need to know, literally, if you know basic math and how to read charts and keep it simple, because I don't really have much indicators. I know some of you have asked me, why don't you use indicators? I'm like, because I don't really care for indicators. Just buy where it makes sense, which is, at this point, add your biggest position at 003s and under. Now, I don't recommend going in with like 5 figures. I know some people do that. I told you guys that story of that guy who wasn't even a paying member of the Discord, but he sent me a friend request and I added him. And the guy was just a complete nutcase. He told me the last time we talked, the last time we were on a Discord call, he told me, I am willing to sell all my belongings to scrounge up enough money to have money in the bank to trade in the stock market in hopes of making billions of dollars so he doesn't have to work a day in his life. And for 6 months, I tried to help this guy, and he just wouldn't listen to common sense. Buy where it makes sense. Buy nice and cheap. Lump sum your biggest. I don't care if you're averaging down, as long as you're averaging down from all the way up here. And if you're averaging down on a good stock, I'm not going to say company, but a good stock like this, you're going to make money. It's just very difficult to lose when you're buying something worthwhile like AITX or NVIDIA or anything that's not Mullen like. Let me put it that way. You're going to make money. It's very difficult to lose. This guy wouldn't listen. And I guess the Aitx Discord, oh yeah, I forgot to talk about that. The Aitx Discord did ban me, so now I have to keep track of them here on Aitx and see what they have to say. But yeah, they banned me because I did attack, I guess, quote unquote, attacked one of their members, essentially, because that Warrior 05 guys is a member there. And I guess you can say I attacked him, whatever. You can interpret it however you want. Ultimately, the lesson was don't be like that guy, because that guy is destroying himself and his family. I don't know why they kept giving him money. That was the whole point. But I guess they took it as an attack on their members, so they banned me, whatever. I don't really care. I can still keep track on them on here and see what they have to say, see if there's anything juicy. Man, on Friday's PRs, you're a man of your word. Are you an insider? He was starting making it. I'm going to work on some videos. I'm going to take time. Okay, they have nothing to say here. But yeah, they were saying not too long ago, like, they were kind of like, oh, why isn't it moving? I don't understand. So when you start seeing that, it's time to buy. Like, that's one indicator. If I had to put it all together in a worksheet, this is what I would write. Let me see if I can pull up a quick worksheet here. This is important stuff to know. I'm giving you a look into my mentality so you can see like how I go about making my trades. Oops. Oh, yeah, okay, I guess I can't because my 5-day pass is over. Or no, I can still type in there. I can still type. It doesn't matter. As long as we can type, we're good. So let me put the mic down because I'm holding it up to my face. Still waiting on my gaming chair and green screen. But wait, I can't type? Oh, Fine. No. Don't launch OBS. I think I'll get out a notepad. But here's my mentality. Ready? Okay, AITX stock. It's a penny stock, right? Okay, so it's dangerous. It's so dangerous, in fact, that it can destroy and ruin lives and cause people to lose a lot of money. As I just talked about that one guy again. It can make you so desperate to make money you're willing to destroy others and commit financial ruin at that point. So penny stock's dangerous. So that's one thing I forgot to announce as well. I'm no longer trading penny stocks starting 2025. Right now, I only talk about Aitx and AITX, so those are the only 22 stocks I'm in, and that's it. I'm not touching these anymore. I've already I've met too many people who are just getting ruined by penny stocks because they don't listen. They don't wait to buy bottoms. Unfortunately, they're not all as bright as we are. We're smart. If you're following this channel and you're watching this, you're smart. You're not stupid like that guy who watched. By the way, that guy would watch my channel and somehow walk away thinking, let me go chase penny stocks and keep losing money. That's interesting now that I think about it. So Aitx, it's a penny stock. It communicates, which means it drops PRs, right? And those PRs can move the share price. And on average, it can move 50 to 100, 500%. 500%. Let's go with 500%. Runs twice a year minimum, and the bottom is at 002s. It's a buy rating for me, at least, under 0035s. Here's where it gets juicy, though. What makes this stock, out of all these, you want to know what's the most important thing out of all these? All this data right here that I'm giving you, all this, it comes from the communication. Without communication and PRs, we don't get 0035s. We just keep dumping. We just keep creating a lower low. There's no bottom because it just keeps going lower. It does not run at all because there's no PRs, which means it's essentially behaving like a dark defunct stock. It's just not communicating at all. And we wouldn't even know what the average move to the upside is. And if there was, it would be just some pathetic like 10, 20% move, and the flippers would be on it, but that's about it. I've seen that so many times. So out of all these, this is the biggest one. Communication is the reason why I talk about the stock. That's why I'm in it. And despite being banned in the Discord, it doesn't matter. It doesn't change anything. If Discord Aitx is crying because share price isn't moving, time to buy. If other indicators line up, obviously you don't. I know it sounds so weird, like, yeah, I'm using humans as an indicator, but they can be pretty good indicators. Time to buy if other indicators line up. So if Aitx Discord is crying, if they're being crybabies, don't obviously jump in right away. Don't do that, because sometimes they cry, here on this pullback, they cried. So you'd be, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't buy every time they cry. It's got to line up with other indicators. The other one being haters and comments saying it's a scam. You know, the classics. You're going to lose your money. You're an idiot. When I start getting insulted, that's when I know, like, oh, so you're telling me it's time to buy. Okay, because, again, those people, nowhere to be found when it was running. Nowhere. They only come out when it's nice and cheap. So there you go. That is my criteria for trading a stock. The most important one being communication. They drop PRs that can move the share price, because there's companies that communicate, but their share prices don't even move at all. So that's why I have to differentiate. Communication is the most important, and they do drop PRs. Do those PRs move the share price? Yes or no? Yes, they do. How much? 50 to 500%. And I think we did the math on how many PRs per year move the share price. I think it was about what? Out of 100, I forgot the data that I wrote down. Out of 100 PRs, I think it was like 2 of them, 2 move the stock, I think, which makes sense. They drop a ton of PRs every year, and we've only had 2 big runs, so kind of makes sense if I recall. I forgot the data for that one. I had to look it up. So out of 100 PRs, 2 move the stock. Now, this is important data. If you're still watching this, congrats. You're smarter than most. Most of them just clicked off. Most of the dummies already clicked off and went to go, I don't know, how we say, screw this guy. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Oh, yeah. That's another one. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Classic. Okay. Let's see. Runs twice a year minimum, which makes sense. That makes sense. The bottom is at 002s. It's a buy rating for me, at least under 0035s. The Aitx Discord has been crying, and and the haters have been coming out of the woodwork. Like all of this lines up for a buy. There's no indicators. Let me see if I can. I don't. There's no indicators. I don't need indicators to tell me when it's time to buy. Sometimes people are the best indicators. And that's it for the video, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hopefully you walked away learning something from this. Take this data here, probably screenshot it, and maybe you can add more data to it. I don't know. But that is literally what goes through my head every time I decide to make a trade or enter a position is, are people crying in the Discord, Aitx Discord? Are there haters in comments saying that I'm stupid? Am I being insulted constantly? Yes. And is it near the bottom? How many times? If knowing this data, it just gives you such a huge advantage. Meanwhile, that one guy, Warrior05, he's just like, I want to make billions and not work a job. So I'm going to destroy myself financially. Yeah, that's a horrible mentality. Anyways, that's it for the video. I'll see you guys.